Welcome into episode 7 of Back of the Bus podcast. That's all I got. Let's start. They wanted me to bring it in. I'm passing it off to Mitch. Go, Mitch.
Yeah, so this is our 7th episode. We have a massive guest for you today. This was actually recorded when he was in the office, but we have the one and the only George Kittle, which is massive for the boys. He actually asked to come on this pod.
He did.
Which is, so we're gaining momentum.
Also got confirmation from him that he wants to be our first reoccurring guest.
Yeah, that's awesome. And he may or may not be sending us some memorabilia. And as you can tell, our set is kind of getting better. Oh, yeah,
they did.
Thomas. Yeah. But yeah, he's going to be sending us some memorabilia, and eventually it'll be up here for our guest wall. But yeah, we're gaining momentum. We're having fun. This is a lot of fun.
Sounds like it. We enjoy doing this.
A
ton of fun.
What do we want to talk about?
Well, I mean, we can talk about how it went with our first guest, Thomas. I thought it was pretty sweet. Dude dropped bars. If you haven't watched that episode, go back and watch.
Yes.
It was pretty cool. I feel like with the guest, since this is our second one, we're finding a little bit of a rhythm. It helps us not have any dead air, and it actually does sound like we're having fun. And in the comments, I think, let me back up. Jack started a really good segment. So in the comments, if you want us to continue the sandwich talk, drop your favorite sandwich in the chat. And but this weekend, there's something that's hype going on. It's Mitch's birthday.
It is my birthday.
So drop happy birthdays in the chat as well.
Yeah, so when this comes out, it'll be
last weekend.
Yeah, it'll be this past
Hope
weekend.
your birthday was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Jack's pissed about it.
So
I didn't get invited.
This was it 2 episodes ago, episode 5, when we talked about me not inviting Coop to the party with the interns. Coop is actually coming on the boat with us.
We're dialed.
I'm making it up to him, and we are about to have a hell of a time. I said I had him at cliff jumping. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm jumping those cliffs.
Insert a picture of you guys on the boat together right there.
Insert screenshot of Mitch and Coop jumping off the cliff together.
Holding hands.
Screenshot from the video, holding hands, both mouth open, about to enter the water.
And now slow-mo video.
I also think there's a mandatory Instagram collab that is required.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
And that's not like a Sunday post. That's midday on the water post. Or does it even mean anything?
Because, Jack, what content works best on busing? In when we're traveling,
collab,
real time.
In real time, and that's why we're on our socials. So we do need a collab post for sure.
Oh, absolutely. It'll be Coop and I shaking hands because it'll be a double-decker boat. It'll be us two.
I love it.
Double-decker.
Set the stage, send the invite.
It'll be us two shaking hands, making up for it, and then us holding hands,
kissing.
going off the jumps, maybe a couple beers deep.
Something that I don't know if this should have rubbed me the wrong way or not. I'm not involved in the situation, but I did just find out that Coop is paying $100 to go on the boat, and now I'm wondering
how much we also pay.
No, I mean Mitch paid his due, but when you're inviting somebody to the boat, and we also did find out he was your third option.
I mean, no, yes, but
Mitch, don't worry. They're not turning me against you right now.
Yeah.
And I don't even. This
that's what they're trying to do here.
I don't mean to pit this, but when you guys, how do y'all feel on the invite things? Because I know, like, for rich people, say Will or Taylor, if they have a birthday party and they invite people out to dinner, they pay for everything.
They're rich.
I know that. I'm not saying that you should do it. But I'm saying, what level of money or what level of status do you think you need to get to be inviting like people to dinner and you pay for everything?
Did Delaney have to pay for racing with your brother?
No.
Oh,
but if Mitch would have made me pay or not made me pay, like, hey, like I got you, I would have been like, I'm good. Like I'm not going. Like honestly, paying is like a plus because then I feel like I'm part of. Like I'm just like everyone else.
Paying is a plus. Quote graphic.
If I was the only one who didn't
huge.
pay, that would just be. Jared. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, and I
I'd
like
be like, what?
I did was like
He showed me proof. Like everyone's paid already.
Yeah, I was like, hey, Coop, like.
Coop said, "Let me see the receipts. I need to make sure everyone's actually paying $100."
No, but I was like, Coop, I want to
He
make
said,
this up
Coop,
for
I
you.
asked like
Like,
3 other people. They said no. Do you want to go?
no, I didn't. I said, Coop, I want to make this up to you. Would you like to come on the boat this weekend? However, it is $100. And
he framed
like
it
I
like
didn't
that.
want to be like, if you didn't want to come, that's completely fine. Like obviously, $100 is $100, especially when we're not paid. Like
Does Coop have to bring his own alcohol or is
No.
I mean,
we'll have like plenty of alcohol. And
trying
stuff.
to save you money?
I'll bring some stuff.
No, I mean Coop's just gonna bring the vibes. He's gonna. I mean,
Yeah,
I can't
he's an impact
Bring my-
player when
bring
it
my
comes to the
presents.
the
invite.
one thing you do need to bring
Sunscreen.
sunscreen.
No,
Yeah, I gotta go buy some sunscreen. Yes.
no sunscreen.
I'm just looking out
dude,
for
last
like
time I
the
did no
day-
sunscreen, I was peeling for like the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, so
That
I mean,
Memorial weekend was bad. I turned red.
yeah, we gotta. I don't want you to get burnt, and it's gonna be. Luckily, we're going in the
Light
morning.
layer.
Where
Light
are
layer.
you going?
Color.
Percy Priest.
Percy Priest.
30 minutes.
If you see Mitch
30
and
minutes
Coop on the
without-
water,
and then put it on.
snap a flick.
It'll
I
be
mean,
Pull up on 'em.
in the water.
I'm saying if all of our fans are like 5 million listeners.
Yeah, even though
Pull
this
up.
happened already.
But the only thing that stinks is like the
Oh yeah, duh.
like the hours are like you can go at 9:45, 1, or like 4:30, and the 1 o'clock slot was already like booked. So I figured if we like at 9:45 or at 4, I feel like at 4 we're gonna be kind of like waiting all day, and I'm sure like we'll be like drinking and stuff beforehand. We might be a little bit too tuned up to go on the boat. So like 9:45, like I think that's a good start. Plus, it's supposed to be like 95 degrees on Saturday.
I was really sold on 9:45.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
a
like-
great
word?
time.
Yeah.
yeah, and like, well,
Couple
I mean,
hours, few hours.
yeah, I think we might be like one of the earlier people out on the water, which like there's like a little party cove where everybody kind of
Yeah.
docks up, but I don't know.
Oh,
If we're-
there's gonna be people out there.
It's gonna be packed. I feel like.
Yeah.
It
think
would-
even
in the-
oh,
even in the
for
morning?
sure. Honestly, 1 even feels late to get out on the water.
Yeah.
So I think you guys are in the pocket.
How long are y'all on there
9:45 is
for?
a great
like,
time.
I think it's
Yeah.
like 3. The
and a
next
half?
the next ride is at 1, so and
Okay.
we go off at 9:45, so like 3
Oh,
hours.
gotcha. So you have just that time slot not
Yeah.
to be back with the boat.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
and it's nice too because like shout out Rowdy's Wild Rides, no free shout outs, but they have like
Boat
this
sponsor.
yeah, they have this shuttle like the shuttle service that they'll come pick us up at the house and then they'll drop
Oh.
us they'll drop us off at the house.
electric.
That and that,
So how
that's
much
like
is that?
Yeah, that was an extra $200. But
for me,
no, but I do like if you think about all the Ubers that we're gonna have to get
Yeah.
from Percy.
Yeah, no, that's
then,
awesome.
I think
For
it's,
sure.
You're
it's
saving
definitely
money.
saving money.
For sure.
How many
Um,
people are going?
12.
Oh, okay. That's a good price.
Yeah.
It's 100 per.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I mean,
That's
I
good.
think it's gonna be.
We need to buy a
Wow.
boat, dude.
can I
Yeah.
park my
business.
truck at your house?
Yeah, for sure.
Is there like street parking?
Yeah, you've been over
You
before.
remember he lives in
On the
hills.
hill.
Yeah, I don't know.
He lives
You
in
move a
Will's old
lot.
house, basically.
Yeah, dead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's plenty of spots, and then there's like that gravel lot behind that you can park in. I think Jack's the only one that hasn't been to my house yet.
Oh,
Have you been to my house?
oh,
The one that I
Just got
bought?
it. You just got it.
Well, it's been a month.
I've been here for 9 months.
All right. Well, do you rent or do you own?
I rent.
Well, type shit.
Didn't need to get so hostile. Damn.
Whoa. I mean, damn. Thought we could just have fun here.
But
We do have
We are having
we
fun.
have fun on this.
We're
pod.
having a lot of fun.
And just to clarify, you started that.
no, I know.
Is this real?
Is this real?
I don't think it's real. I was just
It's a
trying to be like one of those things where like Jack
simulation.
doesn't know my friends, but I mean it was just good fun.
we digress. Mitch, you're turning 27.
27.
Holy old.
I'm trying to think.
Never mind.
What can we do for
No,
what
I'm
can we do for
still
Mitch? So, do you have any like outside of work, or maybe even a work highlight of year 26?
26.
I mean, I already know.
What you got?
What his would be. It's the 40.
No, that because I still get chirps on the internet, be like, "Oh, you run a 5.3, bro." Check
There's
the tape.
proof. That's
Yeah, exactly
what I'm saying.
There's tape. Check the tape.
It's never enough for the internet.
I know. Honestly, it's gonna sound like kind of dumb, but it has to be like us signing with FanDuel and like the bonus and everything. I mean that's
out FanDuel.
that's life changing money. But if we're gonna like do it like an experience with like we talking about work experience.
Yeah.
40.
The Super Bowl is kind of mid.
Why? Because your Chiefs lost?
No, just New Orleans.
Everyone was sick.
Yeah,
I agree.
and like me and Sherm, I don't know how you were, but I was like, obviously it's known that I hate throwing up, so I was bugging the entire time.
He was nervous to catch it, if it was a bug or food poisoning.
Yeah, where did we?
Is that why y'all ate at the same place every single day?
Yeah. Sherm and I went on some. went on a
we
couple dates.
got something new on the menu every day.
Honestly, the trip out to Oregon
Yeah.
was so sick. Even though it's like it might be recency bias, but that was awesome. I mean, the only fall tour I went to was the Alabama-Tennessee game. That was sick as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was
yeah.
stoked that you got to go to Oregon because we've been before, and
Yeah, you
if
guys were hyping
anyone's
it
gonna
up.
love that place, it's Mitch.
Especially me.
All the
being-
gear.
I was gonna say, especially me being
Landing.
the neon kid in high school.
We need that photo.
Yeah. But yeah. No, Oregon was that was awesome. But personal life, probably getting my girlfriend. Shout out Brooke.
Dang, that is just within the year.
Well, no, we started dating May, right before my birthday when I was 25. But like this, actually, I'll reset. Going out to San Diego with her, and that was
Meeting the fam.
meeting the fam.
Hey, because where were you? Stevenson
We were in-
Range.
yeah. Ironically enough, everybody, I don't know if you guys know, I'm a massive Mike fan. I'm a Steve. And ironically enough, Brooke is from Stevenson Ranch, California, which is like something made
Premeditated.
up. Yeah. Obviously, I knew that before.
PCH.
Yeah, PCH John.
Trying to lick on my P Street.
But yeah, and then that was
Sorry, bro.
we were able to go out to San Diego, and then that was the first time we said I love you to each other. So
Let's go.
Hey, you went to that same coffee spot that we went to? You sent me a photo.
yeah,
And
That
that's
was
it.
tight.
So that was in year 26.
that was in year 26. We started dating when I was 25. But
How'd
said I
you-
love you?
Could you run us through how you said it?
Yeah, so
I like
we do these things like when we were like talking and first started dating, we did these things called like I don't know if it's like we're not really strangers, but like you know those things where
Dude,
it's like,
literally on my TikTok, the last probably 3 weeks is Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco, which, side note,
Hell yeah.
that should never happen.
yeah.
Benny Blanco, dude, the stories that I hear of him.
Yeah.
You ride for Benny
Oh,
Blanco?
really?
Yeah, if you want to ride for Benny Blanco, you can stay over there.
Let him
No,
step up.
I kind of want to hear about this. Just what? Yeah, where are the stories?
It's not that he's bad, he's just weird.
He's greasy. He's
Yeah.
Jared, do
I
your
mean, JP's
next
just saying
video
he's not
on Benny Blanco.
Selena Gomez caliber.
Yeah.
right.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's
Oh,
written
okay,
though
okay.
like every
No
pop
doubt.
hit for the last 20 years.
No doubt.
I don't know if that's JP's point. Though.
It's
You're just
not.
talking about the way he looked. Like,
Look,
Yeah,
but
but
I've also heard character things.
Yeah.
okay.
It's not like he's like necessarily done anything bad. He's just like kind of like a weirdo.
I'd love to have him on the podcast. We could talk about it.
Yeah.
Benny.
We'll put you two
Come
on
on,
the
you
couch
greasy
together.
golf
Yeah.
boy, get on the pod.
But yeah, so we did like these questions where like you just kind of like get to know each other more. And then I knew I was gonna do it because like San Diego is where she went to college. It's like she lived there for like a year and a half. And we went into the harbor and we were like doing these questions. I was like, all right, I have one more question. And then I was like, the question was, how do
I
you
thought he was
know?
gonna.
How do you know that you're in love? Was
Key.
the question. And I was like, I wanted to ask it, but I kept getting like cold feet and I got scared. So then I was like, all right, one more. All right, one more. And then I finally did it. And
Y'all ran out of cards.
no, dead ass. And I was like, so how do you know that you're in love with somebody? And then she like gave her answer, but then she was like, have you always been the first one to say I love you in your relationship? And I was like, yes, I have.
Type. Oh, me too.
And she's like, yeah, I've always been like, I have never said it first, but I want to say it first to you. So I was like, you stole my thunder. But then, yeah. So that's how we said it. We were having like a picnic in the harbor, got like pizza. It's like the perfect sunset. I mean, San Diego is just unreal, but
And then the boom.
yeah.
Year 26 was I love you. Year 27.
No.
Will you?
Moving in will be year 27. Moving in together will be year 27.
Mitch has been on Zillow recently, Brooke, if you're listening.
She's been on Zillow with me, so
There you go.
yeah.
Oh,
But yeah,
I love it.
That's our love story.
you have a like. There's a high ceiling for where y'all are gonna live. You've lived in some insane places. So
For those that don't know, Mitch, how long you lived
That
here?
is a
minimum
great
of
call.
3 stories in Mitch's
It'll
cribs.
be 3 years in September.
Mitch has lived here for 3 years. You've been in what, 6 places?
No, this is my third.
No, There was like 3 and 6 months.
Yeah, you moved four times.
No, so I was in my apartment building for 6 months by myself, and then Fal moved down, and then I was there for another year. So I was in my apartment for 18 months, and then I was moved into the house in East for
4 months.
Literally 4 months, and then from the East house we moved to this house.
Oh,
The West house.
To the house in the West. So yeah, three places in 3 years.
Good deal.
you only live in mansions.
I
The
wouldn't say
one in
man.
East was crazy.
The one in
dude.
East was
This one is
wild.
nuts too that he's in.
Oh,
I think the one in East was bigger.
I think the one in East was definitely bigger, but it was made of paper mache.
Airplanes?
Yeah.
Well, it was
So-
also, it wasn't just the house. The decor at the one on East was crazy.
It
It
came
looked like
furnished.
a magazine.
Yeah,
It came-
did come
it-
furnished
it
for
did come
sure.
furnished.
Oh,
I'm trying to
yeah.
remember what it looked like.
But
Remember you pulled up and you had your sleeves off.
That was that's his one right now.
No.
Or no, that's the
that-
other one.
that
Yeah,
was the
yeah,
other
yeah.
one.
Yeah, I do remember.
that was when you two just
They're both
came.
just tall.
Yeah.
And I
Well, you
rolled
were
up.
there, yeah.
I rolled up.
That wasn't. But then you showed up again for the 4th of July. Were you there for 4th of July?
Mm-mm.
You weren't there for 4th of
I
July.
don't know. No.
I
Oh,
think,
yeah,
I,
you
I,
just
think I
showed
was
up.
the only one.
Yeah, you and Jill showed
I
up.
went to that
But-
house one time.
Yeah,
same.
yeah.
Twice.
As soon as I rolled in that first time with y'all two, I walk in that living room. I go, somebody's girlfriend lives here. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, it came furnished, and I did not pick out that house. That was Schlez and Perlu and Ryan. They all picked out that house, and then the 3 of them lived in there, and then Perlu moved out to New Orleans. So then Fal and I moved in, took his spot, and like it saved Schlez and Ryan money. It saved us money. So it was like it was perfect. And Jared was probably there the most.
Yeah, I was about to say, side note, as someone that toured houses with you,
Yes.
the houses that Mitch picks out, I mean, dude, we were literally touring like you'd think like they're like Mark Zuckerberg's like little property. Like they were ridiculous.
But they
we have
weren't like
camera on, Jared?
we would do pricing and they weren't.
No, and Mitch is also so organized on the house search. He had a Google sheet, had it by price, like a rating system.
Yeah.
But they're all penthouses. Like,
You got enough people you can live anywhere.
Bro, exactly. Like the house that we're living in right now is we have 4 people, and I mean, I don't really care. It's $4,500 for split between 4 people, and
Mitch actually
Like,
does his research
That
and he
house on the
breaks
market
down
is
the
probably
cost.
like 1.5 mil.
I
yeah.
think I looked it up, and I think it's like 800.
Dang, market going down.
Street parking took it down.
On the hill.
But
Yeah.
Street parking
Sewage
on the
flooding.
hill.
but it's so random because like you have these crazy houses, and you just have like a house that's been there for a minute, and you know it.
Right.
Just the owners don't want to give it up, but. Yeah, that was when Jared and Fal were gonna live together.
We toured a bunch of houses.
We toured at least like 6 or 7 places,
Yeah.
and then Jared was like, "Listen, I'm gonna have to pay 4 months double rent. I don't think this is gonna work."
Yeah,
out.
and Mitch tried to make it work. Mitch like tried to get the cost of the house so low that it would make up for it and the money I would save alone. But like Mitch had this shit like
Mitch was about to be running a dormitory.
dude, Mitch had it planned out. The only reason it was just made I was like, I can't justify just wasting like
Yeah.
$8,000
Yeah.
to live with y'all, like to double pay rent.
But yeah, so that kind of goes back to show how long Jared and I have known each other. But yeah,
Fire. Great year.
great year.
Great year ahead.
Excited for
happened?
27, and what's gonna come. I have no idea,
Let's go.
but it'll be a
the
good
best
time.
part.
Maybe since it's your birthday, we don't all do our favorite sandwich, but we just get Mitch's favorite sandwich.
For sure.
Since it's birthday
On
boy.
3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Peanut butter
PB&J.
jelly.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
You got to get
Insert video photo.
Actually, what we need, Mitch, is a photo of you in your birthday post with a PB&J in front of you with a candle in it.
That would be. I
That
mean,
is a good idea.
that or
go
just
so
a
hard.
fat cookie.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or in your
That works.
in your picture in your picture with Coop.
He really wants
Just
cookie.
hold your hand out with your picture with Coop, and we'll soar a PB&J with a candle.
That'd be
Guess I can't just edit it.
yeah.
Gotta use AI.
Crazy.
We saw the chat GPT. I don't know if y'all saw my story last night. It's not good for the brain. When you use chat GPT a certain amount,
through that quick.
it's gray. Your brain activity, it goes gray pretty much, as opposed to when you're creating something on your own. There's all the different stuff
Oh,
going on
really?
in the brain. Just
I
be
need to-
wary out there of you chat GPT users. It's obviously useful, but
Don't abuse it.
Oh, hey.
don't abuse it.
When
like a
you're
drug.
on the boat with Coop, take a picture with him, but hold your hand out, and we'll have Coop put a PBJ with a candle in it.
Yeah.
I think
Good. Hey, good
I
idea.
got you.
if there's another thing you want to bring, you could bring a PB&J too. That would be perfect.
How long we been going, Jared?
BYOPBMJ. 21.
Probably good.
Yeah, it's
9
probably
plus
good.
10.
Yeah. So we had George Kittle.
21.
Mitch.
We got. I mean, I personally didn't ask a lot of questions because I was intimidated. It's the first interview we've ever done. He did.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that. It was a rough showing for me.
He bodied me too when I said.
You kind of stood your ground.
Yeah, you
did
stood
stand
10
toes.
Tried, but
toes.
I wish I was ready with it because I was like, Cardinals were 2-0 against y'all last year. He's like, oh, what about the years before that? I looked it up, 5-5 in the last 10 games. So
Okay.
So what's he talking about? We kind of own the Niners no matter how good they are.
Let's go K1.
So,
I love it.
So jot that down.
No.
But yeah, enjoy this George Kittle interview, and we will see y'all next week.
Let's go.
We'll see you next week. We have fun on this podcast. We're having fun. Guaranteed.
That's the title.
We like each other.
That's the title of the episode,
Guaranteed.
Having Fun with George Kittle. All right, welcome back to episode 6 of Back of the Bus. Today is a very special episode. We have our very first guest, none other than George Kittle.
Hey, everybody.
Let's go.
It's a big bus you guys got back here.
It really
That's
is.
pretty nice, huh?
I know. Much better than where Taylor and Will sit.
Yeah, is your chair much comfortable on this show or on the bus?
Granted, you're in between two people.
I'm definitely more comfortable right now.
Yeah.
That's what we want to hear.
I
That's
know,
what we want to
this
hear.
is
So
nice.
for all the
This is
other
nice.
potential guests out there, it is very
If
welcoming.
you've been on the bus, you might as well go to the back of the bus.
Amen.
Turn it into a car
Set
wash.
the tone.
Right? That's where the work's done.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you first heard of Back at the Bus or first had the opportunity,
Yeah.
what were your first thoughts?
I was excited because from all the times I've been on the bus and chirp with you guys from the back of the bus, I always knew that you guys are pretty good at what you do. So the fact that you guys now get to do this stuff, you're gonna have a lot of fun up on this.
This is going to be so much fun. This is like, it was like a brainchild of mine and like all of us for, I don't know, for how long. And then we finally were like, fuck it, let's just send it.
It's
And then-
fantastic.
Something-
Yeah, Mitch got us rolling for sure.
Yeah.
Mitch took it upon himself to get everything set up.
Yeah.
This beautiful studio
It is
rolling.
nice.
We need to
need
get
some on
some
the
stuff
back.
on
We need
the
a
walls.
George
We might need a George
Yeah.
Kittle jersey.
That's easy. I got you.
That would
be
It would be
huge.
our main focal point of the set design.
Right in the middle.
Yeah,
You know, like
it'd be
they,
right
you know, those
here.
artists do murals and stuff. You should
I
just
know.
do a back of the bus mural.
That would
That
be
would be
sick.
so
I mean,
sick.
just you under, like we're all under your arms. You just kind of like
I'm holding you.
Yeah,
Have you
Like
seen
my
our
children?
Have you
Yeah.
seen our logo?
I think so. Yeah, it looks like Back to the Future-ish.
Yes. That's actually
Nice.
Right?
that was cool.
I'm glad
Hey,
you caught that.
what about this? Let's think about this. Since you are our first guest,
Yeah.
do we add George into the bus for the episode?
oh, like the graphic.
Oh, yeah.
I like those. Those are cool.
Yeah, we
when,
will.
When people do that, I think that's a good
Yeah.
vibe.
We
That'd
love
be
that.
fun.
Not bad.
Can it just be me holding you guys all like my kids?
Holding the bus?
Honestly, yeah. Oh yeah, maybe you're
Holding the
I'll
bus?
hold the bus.
overhead press.
That would be
phenomenal.
How
electric.
much are you benching right now?
I don't really bench. I do dumbbell bench press now.
Oh, okay.
smart.
Where you at on there?
Like 140 for 3.
Damn. All right.
140
Coop,
for 3.
Coop, what do you got?
On what?
Dumbbell
Dumbbell
bench.
bench.
Well, there's beef here too because when George came on the bus, he said, "Who's the guy with the Cardinal shirt?"
I did.
Yeah.
Coop's
Well,
got
like
the
now, I'll
Cardinal
never
shirt.
forget him though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you made that's a
Wore it
lasting
on
impression.
purpose.
Yeah, I know.
You were
Well, Coop also
They went 2-0 versus San Fran last year.
They did.
Ooh.
They did.
Also,
How are the
you-
years before that?
I'm
You're
see
new.
about
To
this
you're
year.
probably a new fan. New to the team. It's
new
okay.
fan.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite? No, Coop. Who's your favorite player? Who's your favorite player of all time?
Larry Fitz.
Oh, as you should be. He's a monster.
Been there.
I ran into him last summer in Minnesota, and he was bigger than me.
Beast.
Yeah,
does have a
Larry's
dumper
like,
on
he
him,
was like
too.
6'4", 255, and he
Yeah.
doesn't even look like he's that big. I was like, "You're a monster, dude."
Who's your favorite player of all time?
My favorite player of all time, growing up, it was Ricky Williams.
Oh, heck
that's a
yeah.
good
Yeah,
Good
Ricky,
choice.
Ricky Williams was my favorite player.
That's
Actually,
cool.
I got to talk to him on was it Hey K Adams show? Like he was the next guest after me, and I just
Shout out K.
shout out K. I just sat on the show. I was like, can I just like not hang up and like sit here for 5 minutes? She's like, yeah, for sure. And I just talked to him, and I was like, oh, you're a legend. So yeah, Ricky Williams was one of my favorites, and then probably like Brian Urlacher or like Dallas Clark.
Classic.
Well, he's an Iowa guy, tight end.
Iowa
Dude,
guy.
what does it feel like when you grew up in like this league where the tight end was more blocking position? Now you guys have kind of revolutionized
That we
the
have.
position, and you get to hang out with the Dallas Clarks and all these like massive people that you probably grew up playing with.
So fucking sick. Like we have Jeremy Shockey coming this year to tight end you, and like blown away.
So wild.
I'm so excited. Like I literally watched his highlight videos before a couple games last year. It just got me amped. So like he's fantastic. Hanging out with Dallas Clark is always a great time because he's an Iowa guy. But like just getting to kind of connect to the old school players who like, because I mean, yeah, like 20 years ago, everything it was just like you're the sixth offensive lineman, right?
Yeah.
Like even if you were a smaller guy, you didn't make the league, and now it's just evolved into like you got big guys, you got small guys, you got the guys in the middle like me who do everything. It's just like the position's just you got to do everything and you do everything at a high level. So I'm really enjoying.
It's got to be one of the best positions, and we've talked about it. Probably our collective favorite position group because of the vibes.
Oh, dude.
Right.
Yeah, because tight ends, one, you're friends with the offensive linemen, you're friends with the wide receivers, the running backs, the quarterbacks, all the defensive players. Like, you're connected to everybody.
And you get to score touchdowns.
I get to score touchdowns. I get to run routes. I get to run block. I get a pass pro. I get a pass pro defensive ends that make $100 million. Like, I enjoy doing everything. Some tight ends throw passes.
Would you rather catch a game-winning TD
Yep.
or pancake flop one of the best D ends in the league?
The fact that you added the best defensive end in the league, I might take that one at this point. Yeah. If it was just a normal pancake, I would take a touchdown because stats is what get you paid.
True.
But no, pancaking like a perennial all pro guy that's a dream.
And the good news is you guys won the game still. So
I
See,
could just
Congrats.
see George getting up laughing.
I do.
That NFL soundbite would just be George laughing the whole time.
I cackle, dude. I'm just like, I can't believe you let me do that to you.
But would you be a little worried?
No.
I'm saying, but everything that comes after, like hopefully it happens at the end of a game.
No. I will do it early because then you just discourage him. Because I'm in his
Yeah.
head for the rest of the game.
You talk
Dude,
the whole game.
like, I'm telling you, every D line room, you can ask any D lineman this. Their defensive line coach is going, don't care who this tight end is, you're going to beat his ass. We don't get blocked by tight ends. All this X, Y, Z, and then he has to sit on Monday and watch himself get pancaked by a tight end. That's hard to beat.
and it'll live forever on the internet.
Yep. I'm also in his head for the rest of his life.
So when you're talking shit, are you more of like a mean talk kind of guy? Or are you more like just kind of like fun, friendly kind of jabs, just laughing at him when you're blocking
90% of it is friendly jabs, and then 10% of it, like if you say something really stupid to me, it's quick trigger at this point. Like I can't remember. I'm not gonna name the kid, even though I'm picturing his face and his jersey and his name right now. But I'm not gonna name him.
What color is that jersey?
Green. Anyways, he was a rookie, and like I had like a chip to like a release, and I'm like the check down route on it, and I chip him, and as I release, he like just grabs me by the collar and throws me down to the ground. And I turn around, I look at him, and he like turns around and he goes, "Yeah, sit the fuck down, you pussy bitch." And I looked at him, and then a flag comes in because it's an obvious holding call. And I looked at him, I was like, hey, turn around so I know what your fucking name is, bud. I have no idea who you are.
That's a
Who
killer.
are you? I was like, who are you talking to right now? No one here knows who you are. And then his coach is like, hey, get over here. And he didn't play the rest of the game. I said, yeah, go back to your fucking coach. Sit on the fucking bench and think about what you've done.
That's one of the best chirps. Like, who even are you?
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
Juice does that all the time to people. It's so funny. Like, he does it to everybody. He goes, who are you? Nah, nobody knows. I'm just like, oh.
That one would.
But like I don't like that is I've only said it like once or twice because most people aren't like dickheads to
Right.
me because I'm pretty friendly. But like for someone to say like sit down pussy bitch, I'm like,
As a rookie,
yeah, who the fuck are you, bud?
Is there any defensive guys that are hilarious to play against? Like every week, it's not so much you're looking forward to the matchup, but you're like, yo, this guy is entertaining.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Like a defensive George Pickens type, where it's like you're looking for those highlights.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a really good question. There's a couple DBs that are always fun to go against because they just chirp the whole time, and then like I'll run at them to block them, and they run away from me, and they go, "Ah, man, get the fuck away from me, kid! I don't want none of these problems." Those ones are always fun. Like there's a couple like D linemen that are always fun to play against. TJ Watt was really fun to play against when he was with the Cardinals a couple times because he just talks the whole game. And then TJ's fun too because we chipped on him every single play. No, we played them in Pittsburgh 2 years ago. We won the game, but like we chipped him every play except for 3 plays, and on those 3 plays he had 3 sacks.
damn.
And but we chipped him all 3 the whole game, and he's so mad the whole game. He's like, dude, leave me alone. I'm like, never. He's like, you're mine today, baby. You're mine. Those conversations are always really fun.
All
Yeah,
right,
that was
so
a crazy stat line.
I know we can talk about football all day, but I feel like
talk
that's
about the
probably
important stuff.
yeah. Are you an amusement park or a water park guy?
Water park.
Yeah.
I get crazy motion sickness on roller coasters, but I still do them because they're really fun.
What was the last water park that you visited?
Oh, dude, couldn't even tell you. Probably like 10 years ago. Probably like somewhere in Iowa.
Well, okay, so we've been floating this idea around. We've got these interns. You might have breezed by them at
All
the
the
end of the summer.
17-year-olds?
Yep.
I've run it
Dude.
by Will, and we want to take them to Nashville Shores. I don't know if you've ever been
I've
to
never
Nashville
been.
Shores. It's a pretty, B tier water park. And B
Fantastic.
tier is really giving them flowers.
That's awesome.
But we're gonna take everyone in the shop there at the end of the summer.
Yeah.
It might be too close to training camp, but if you're around, man, the invite is extended. If you want to come rip a water park, with
I
us.
love water parks. They're
There's a
so
lot
much
of
fun.
good people watching, as you could imagine.
Oh,
Yo,
dude, it's
yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Concession
It's
stands hit different too at water parks.
Dippin' Dots.
We all got to wear goggles the entire time. too. That'd be incredible. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna wear ski goggles.
Oh yeah. Be incredible.
Oh, I'm in for that. That sounds like a great time. Water park. There's nothing like a good water park as a kid. Like, what's the hotel that has a water park in it? The Wolf Lodge.
Oh, Great Wolf Lodge.
Yeah, Great Wolf Lodge. Shout out those guys. Like, there's nothing like I had to stay there one time, like a year or two ago. Like the hotel I had booked, something fell through, and there's a Great Wolf Lodge in the same city. I was like, I'll stay
just
there.
stay there.
I went down the water slide once. It was fantastic. It was like a Tuesday afternoon. No one was there. I
Yeah.
was like, this is awesome.
Just ripping the slide, no
And
line.
As far as professional fandom in the state of Iowa,
Yeah.
what are the teams of that state growing
Ooh.
up?
So basically, you have a choice. If you live in Iowa, you're an Iowa football fan, probably. You're not an Iowa State fan. And then you either go to Minnesota, you go to Wisconsin, you go to
Kansas City.
Kansas City, or you go to Chicago. Like, those are your four that you pick. And like, that's just kind of how it is. My dad was a Bears fan, so I became a Bears fan and a Cubs fan. Like, my dad's dad was a Vikings fan. I have a ton of friends who are, my wife's entire family is diehard Packers fans. So that was a fun transition to get them to be like, hey, stop cheering for the Packers.
Right.
Stop it. And they've all done a great job since then. Now they all have Niner stuff. But yeah, no, I grew up a Bears fan.
I couldn't imagine living in a state and like having to pull for a team in another state.
It's really weird.
Mitch, what do you like? Do you have?
No, they're like Chicago's on like it's like a 2-hour drive. So
No,
like,
that was
that's
a-
not bad.
That was
Yeah,
a pointed
yeah.
question at me.
No,
Wait, ask Mitch who his teams are.
ask him where he's from
Let's
first.
see. No. Where are you from?
I'm from Pennsylvania.
You're from Pennsylvania. So what are
Right
you?
outside of Philly.
You are a Patriots Yankees fan, and then you
Close.
like the Lakers too.
It
No.
gets better.
New
I'm
Age.
only I don't have any. I'm a football fan. I don't really care about the other sports,
Okay, sure.
but I'm an Ohio State fan and a Kansas City Chiefs fan.
So basically the Yankees and the
Yes.
Yeah, the New Age Yankees and Patriots.
So that's totally fine. And you live in Tennessee, and you're from Pennsylvania.
Yep. Yeah.
So that'll be all for us today this week.
You remember last year when you were on the bus and we recorded longer so I could
Oh
miss
yeah,
my.
this is
Oh,
beef
because of
too.
Bonnaroo.
yeah.
Last year, you guys when you came on,
Yeah.
we were.
You were leaving for Bonnaroo.
I was
Trying.
Yeah, trying.
What happened?
I missed. You know Mike.
Yeah.
He's like my favorite artist. I'm like a massive. Steve.
You missed it?
Missed it.
Oh. That sucks for you.
Yeah, but I'm seeing him July 5th when he comes here. So
That's interesting. I would just
You
blame
trying to
Will.
record on July 5th, George?
July 5th.
It's a Saturday.
That's
It's
a
a
Sunday.
Saturday.
Saturday.
That's
4th of July Friday is bang.
I'm gonna be on the river probably is where I'm gonna be.
What river are you usually going out towards?
South Harpeth.
Nice.
My
You
sister
float it?
No, my sister just bought a cabin with river access, and like last year we set up all the pong tables in the river because it's only like 2
Yeah.
feet deep in some parts. So we're
a
playing
vibe.
beer pong and beer ball like in the water. That was a fantastic.
Those are good days when you float the Harpeth.
Oh,
Those
dude.
are great days.
So good. The water, like at that point too in July, it's like 75, 80 degrees.
Great.
Where is the Harpeth?
Just
west.
west. Just go
Okay.
west 20 minutes. You'll run into the Harpeth. Just drive off the bridge and move.
Untapped area in Nashville still.
Kingston Springs,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, buddy.
I love it out there.
Yeah, it's great.
It's hard to beat. I want to open up either a bar or a sandwich shop in Kingston Springs. Wouldn't that be fun?
What about both?
We get the interns to
Oh.
work there.
Daytime subs, nighttime
Bears.
Bud
It's
Light.
very interesting. The tough thing is that I think there's like one family that basically owns everything in Kingston Springs, and they don't
Yeah.
really need to sell because they
Sure.
they don't need to.
Kittle
Right.
Springs.
Can you walk us step through step? What is George Kittle's favorite sandwich? Whether it's you're creating it or you're at your own favorite sandwich spot.
Ooh. Let's see. First things, if I'm going to Subway, the Subway Melt is my favorite sandwich. Quiznos chicken carbonara, shit's gas, or the chicken honey mustard.
Dang.
That one's gas. Jimmy John's Club Lulu, it's so good.
Toasted.
He's tapped in.
Dude, they just started doing that. It's
The toasted ones are
crazy.
so
It's
good.
special.
It's so good. There's a place called Ike's Sandwiches out in California, and it's fun because all the names are completely random. Like they name a lot of them after athletes in the Bay, but they have one. It's called Name of the Girl I'm Dating is the name of the sandwich, and it's like shredded chicken with like it's basically like a yum yum sauce.
Oh.
And it's like the Dutch Crunch bread, like the super crunchy one. I have that one at least twice a week. That shit is so good.
Have you tried Chiba Hut?
Yeah, Chiba Hut. Dude, one of my Kerry Hyder, former defensive end for the Niners, he owns like 4 Chiba Huts. I was like, dude, good for you.
He's making money.
Oh, I think they're all in college towns too.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
killing it.
We hit the one in Eugene.
Yeah.
It was unreal.
There's one here.
There's a Chiba Hut here?
Yes.
it's up by
we
the
didn't find that out
airport.
till recently.
I don't know if you're into designer sandwiches, but like, you know, something that's going to maybe cost you about $16, $17.
Yeah, what is it?
But there's a place called Smokin' Oaks,
I haven't
and
been there.
it's off of Wedgwood and 8th Avenue, and it's like partially a butcher shop, and then they also make some like really good sandwiches. And
That's
if you're ever
fantastic.
there, it's definitely worth going.
So you basically you order your meats, then you get a sandwich, and you eat your sandwich while you wait for your meats.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Seems
I'm
pretty
in.
good.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Have you been to Room 40 in Nashville?
I feel like I have. Is that like a really small restaurant? No, that's different.
No, it's a room for these nuts.
No, I definitely ate there.
Dude.
I definitely ate there.
Hey, you killed Rob with
It's
that
brutal
one,
because I
bro.
got robbed with it on the
You
pod.
did. That's a good one. I remember that one.
Killed
That
him.
was tough.
Hey, fuck you. Hey, can you do me a favor? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's
good.
another classic.
I got.
We do have a pretty epic moment here. Do you have pouches in right now?
I do have a Zimbabwean.
Okay, and you spit
I spit.
It's
spit
huge for
pouches.
Jared.
That is a huge W for Jared Beeman over there.
I don't have the camera on, but yeah, I do that. I've never met anyone else that does that.
Oh, I
He
do.
gets a hard
I
time
get like
for
the
it.
worst heartburn.
Same.
I get the worst heartburn from it. It's also like there's no way that's healthy to swallow it for your gut lining. So like, why would I? I did chew tobacco for 12 years, so that's not healthy for you either. But
You live and you learn.
it is delicious.
Damn.
I'll say this: one of my favorite things. I went to the Dead & Co. at the Sphere. Shout out my hat. Shout out your hat. I went one time with it was me, Bosa, McCaffrey, Juice, and Jake Tungus, one of our tight ends. Golfed all day. Went to Grateful Dead. Had so much fun that I went the following weekend. Convinced my wife to go again. So then it was me, my wife, Bosa went again. Fantastic. And we brought a couple offensive linemen, Ben Barch and Nick Zakel. And we got to meet John Mayer the second time.
Dang.
And well, first we walk into his room and he's just hanging out with Kenny Chesney, which was pretty sick. And my wife knows Kenny Chesney really well because she met him like 10 years ago. She's gone to like 14 of his shows.
Hell yeah.
But John Mayer, he doesn't drink. And we're like, well, what's like your vice now? And it's Kodiak Wintergreen, which is the same tobacco that I chewed for 12 years. And he's like, yeah, I just
John
put it.
Mayer.
He's like, I just put in half a can for like 10 minutes, and he takes it out. I'm like, oh my gosh, that is
secret
gas.
sauce.
I was like, that's gasoline in the fucking lip, bud.
Damn, Kodiak is not for the faint of heart.
No, it is not. I remember I chewed Kodiak in front of Luke Combs, and he was shooting Copenhagen, and he was like, you are putting gasoline in your lip. I'm like, sorry that I'm a man, and you're not.
Damn.
How insane is this Sphere though?
It's one of the coolest
I went last
experiences.
year. Jack went recently,
Yeah,
and
you were
obviously
great with
you went.
Yeah.
We were there at the
And
same time.
Yeah, I went the
Dude.
weekend after you and CMC. What you were just talking about, I guess when
You went out with my wife. You were
hanging
there.
out with John Mayer.
We were there together.
It's all good.
I
I
would have been sick if you would have told me.
I was out of Kodiak, so I wouldn't have felt good going in there anyways.
that was.
it's
that-
an experience though.
It's. I think it really depends on where your seats are too, because if you're like under, because it's like, you have the ground floor, then like the
2, 3, 4.
the 100 level, but it goes up and there's a deck over it, and if you're like underneath the deck and you can't look up,
It's like at the Ryman.
that's like
If you're
that's
like
not a
tucked
big,
under the thing.
if you're tucked under, it's just like you see some of it, but it's not as cool. But like if you
It kind of
can-
hurts your heart. You're like,
if you ever go to the Sphere,
something's out
you want to
there.
be either on the ground floor or you want to be in the 200 level. That's what,
Yeah.
because Big Cat, he goes all the time. And, but like, it literally is, it's like an egg and it just goes up over your head. And like the way, like, they can make the room feel like it's a small little room.
They drop that.
Or, yeah, they can drop it down. You feel like you're in a box, or they open it up and it goes up forever.
forever.
It's one of the coolest experiences I've ever
It's
been
so
to.
trippy.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
go there.
awesome.
Anytime the Grateful Dead is there, I'll go again.
With your like status of celebrity,
Hmm?
what is the coolest thing that has just fallen in your lap? Some kind of experience, like getting to meet John Mayer.
That is a, I mean, like The only reason we went to Grateful Dead was because Bosa got a random invite when because he lives in Fort Lauderdale to what's the Electric Music Festival in Miami?
EDC or
What is it called? It's some big one. It's either EDC or something. But his favorite artist is Deadmau5.
Pull it up, Jamie.
okay.
And so
Deadmau5,
he had like a random invite to go watch Deadmau5 perform on a Sunday night, and he went. And like Deadmau5's head of security is friends with the Grateful Dead, Bob Weir, who's like the last guy of the OG. He's friends with his head of security, and who's like a Niners fan. And he sent it to him, connected him, and he goes, "You guys want to come to the Sphere next week?" And so then he brought us, and then we had so much fun they let us come back again. So like that's the only reason we got to go. So like shit like that, when that happens, you're like, they put us in like one of the suites. It was just an absolute hoot of a time.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
awesome.
you guys playing in San Fran, that's where they're from. So I feel like
dude, the Grateful Dead, they have a 3-day show.
Are you gonna go?
yes,
at the Golden State Park? And
Dude, Billy Strings, Sergio Simpson, Trey Anastasio.
the first day of the show, we have a bye day. We have an off day the next day from training camp. So we have a group of guys that are going to go up for the show.
that's amazing.
I can't. And then Morgan Wallen's there the next day too.
Dang.
I think Thomas Edwards plays a couple days after that up there.
He plays that weekend at
The Gorge?
at the Gorge,
That's
which
sick.
is awesome.
Shout out to the security guys. The security
for
guys are
real.
always
Plug,
the coolest people.
Bro, plugs. They're just dialed in. It's like sick too. Like we're watching the show, and it's right to the left is his main security guy. His name's what is it? Senjin is his name.
That's his name.
Bro, he is a big ass white dude, yoked out of his mind. I'm like, you could kill me with one punch, and he just could not be any more chill.
Mushu Finger. What's
What-
that name?
Oh, yeah.
What does a George Kittle festival fit look like?
Ooh, it just depends on where I'm going. My wife likes me to wear some designer stuff once in a while. Like I'll wear a Gucci, Louis Vuitton once in a while, but majority of the time I'm wearing like either a Lord of the Rings shirt or a WWE shirt, jersey, with like jean shorts and nice sneakers.
Yeah.
Like I go every year. There's a festival in Napa Valley called Bottle Rock, and it's like every type of music. You got EDM, you got country, you got rock, you got pop. Like this year's headliners, one of the nights was Benson Boone, followed by Justin Timberlake. And then the next night was like Noah Khan. So like that was phenomenal. But like up there, it's like it's the cleanest festival I've ever been to. Like everything's turfed. It's got all like Napa Valley food and wine type stuff. They take really good care of like if you like get the nice passes and stuff. So like you can wear like the nicest fit ever and you won't get any dirty at all. It's so bougie.
That's
I love it up
sick.
there.
Have you been to Bonnaroo?
I've not been to Bonnaroo. This last year looked tough.
Yeah.
Me and Garrett went up.
last week.
Garrett went up for 30 minutes and then literally gets canceled, turns right back around, heads back
was tough.
home.
Oh,
Well-
dude, I saw the videos of people that were camping there.
Yeah, GA was brutal. A lot they got to do a lot of infrastructure, kind of resituating the drainage system is just impossible to get around. But luckily, me and Garrett have been upwards of 10 times over the course since we were like 18.
Best show.
So-
Who was the best person you saw?
Dude,
I don't know. It's hard because
Probably
like
Mike.
Tom Petty played one time, and like that's
Oh.
one
Yeah.
that where you're just like, I got to see Tom Petty.
That's
Yeah,
sick.
and
But then you have ones where
I mean, like Red Hot Chili Peppers last year was phenomenal.
Yeah, they
but
were
like
sick.
I remember
Fred
seeing
again was
Elton
nuts.
John one year, and and everyone loves like an Elton John tune or two, but you see him perform, you're like, oh, I understand why this guy is the state of who he is.
Why he's
And-
an icon?
Yeah, and so
but then
every
there's
year,
been like some great like back in the day RL Grimes shows where you're like
Yeah.
throwing down.
absolutely,
So
That's
there's a good
phenomenal.
mix out there for sure.
definitely.
Golly.
That's
I got to see
long
Post
weekend,
Malone
though.
was at Bottle Rock. That was
Post
he
was
was
at, he was at
Bonnaroo last year.
Oh,
he was
Brought
really
Billy
good.
Strings out for a song, which
Yeah.
is awesome.
yeah. Post is he's a fun. Concert.
We got to get him on this show.
I know.
Post Malone.
Yeah.
on Bussin' or back.
No, back of the bus.
Yeah, you're right. I agree.
Yeah, I mean Bud Light. Well, I guess we can start with Bustin' and then kind of segue
Yeah,
him in
yeah.
because Bud Light.
Oh
But,
yeah, you got
know.
5 minutes. Yeah,
Yeah.
just walk
Yeah.
right back in.
Yeah.
It'll be nice and easy for you.
There was a brief reference to LOTR with a T-shirt.
Yeah.
What's your love of Lord of the Rings look like?
I mean, I just got a brand new Sauron tattoo.
Oh my god!
That's
Yeah.
gnarly.
Thank you. I got the words of the ring on top. He's wearing the ring down here.
Dude.
I love Lord of the Rings. Like my dad, that was my bedtime story when I was a kid. My dad would read me the books. So yeah, I am obsessed with Lord of the Rings. It's one of my favorite. It's the best trilogy of all time. There's nothing that
Agreed.
compares. It's what it won like 17 Oscars. Like, come on, it's the best. It's
Most
the best
ever.
I need to watch him.
So yeah, I
You ever seen
recently
him?
I'd seen.
Wait, so you're from Pennsylvania, you like Ohio State and Kansas City, you've never seen Lord of the Rings. What do you bring to the bus besides the idea of it? Sorry, the back of the bus.
He doesn't bring invites.
You know, I don't want to hear it actually.
I don't really bring.
So
a whole
what I
lot.
would do is just watch Lord of the Rings.
Extended. You gotta
We're
watch
gonna
the
do
extended.
all
Extended
three
cuts are so
extended
fun.
cuts, and we're gonna stream it all one day.
I watch
so-
all 3 extended cuts every year, no matter what.
Yeah, have to.
They're
Right
good.
after
And you know what,
Front
too, like,
Squad
the
and
Hob-
315.
yeah. The Hobbit's fun too.
I did enjoy this. Not as
I like
much
that. They're
as the
fun.
original
No, I mean, they're
trilogy,
not as good, but they're still
yeah,
good.
They're
Have you
great.
watched Rings of Power,
I watched
the
like
TV show?
I watched like a season and a half of it. Is where I'm at right now.
Yeah,
my
that
wife.
one's been harder for me to.
My wife's not a huge fan of Lord of the Rings, which is okay. She still lets me watch it and stuff like that. And she'll watch it with me. But like when we watch TV shows, it's like I need to watch something that we both like.
Yeah, that makes
Luckily,
sense.
she likes like government conspiracy and like assassin TV shows. You guys seen The Jackal?
No.
It's on Peacock, I think. Okay. Do you know Harry Potter and the Fantastic Beasts?
Yeah.
Yes.
The main character of that, he's
Okay.
the assassin.
Oh wow.
Yeah, very cool. And he is a sniper who just murders people. It is very fun to watch.
Interesting.
Other than that show, what are your favorite shows currently?
I'm watching Andor right now, season 2. I love Star Wars. It's fantastic. Andor's great. And then what was the other one? Oh, Shoresy.
Oh,
Shoresy's fantastic.
Taylor would love to hear that.
Oh my gosh,
A
dude.
lot of Shore Z doubters in this shop, but
You guys don't like it?
no,
I do.
I,
I like
love
it.
it.
I like it.
Shoresy's fantastic. The humor behind it. The one thing
I like it.
You don't like it?
I like short.
All right, thank God. We do. All right, we have one thing in common. Let's see. No, but my favorite thing about Shoresy is because I watched that before I'd ever been to, before I went to Montreal, and it's the whole show is like EDM music.
Yeah.
And then I didn't realize like Canada is all EDM music. In between every time out is just EDM songs. It's fantastic. It's literally a party in there. I'm just like, what?
That's sick.
It's so sick. I'm just listening to like Calvin Harris in between like a
Yeah.
puck drop. I'm like, what the fuck?
I love the structure of each episode is 5-minute EDM montage at the very beginning.
Yep.
Then, whatever the plot is of that episode, last 5 minutes, EDM montage.
It's so good.
And then just a revolving back door of jokes that have been said
Hey,
for
give
the
your
last
balls a
4
tug
seasons.
there, bud. So good.
Settled
Set the
down.
tone.
Like there's nothing better than when he's like the ref just chirping 14-year-olds.
Yeah, it's the kids in high school.
Oh my gosh, he roasts those boys every single fucking time.
the
He's a genius. That show, and it's like what 18-minute episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
very
I bet you
short.
could get into it.
Oh, dude,
Taylor's
Taylor
trying.
really wants to get on it.
Shoresy would be fun.
You just
Yeah.
have one chirp from the bleachers, and that's your moment in Shoresy.
Oh
Do you
That
know
would
what it
be
would
good.
be?
Yeah. What would? Yeah.
Turn around so I can know your name.
no, I would. So when
Hey,
I
do
was
me
in
a favor.
when I was in college, you had the Iowa Rough Riders hockey team that was in Cedar Rapids. So it was like a 25-minute drive, and we would go to games for fun. There's like a stadium called the Barn, and I mean it'd be like
Classic.
40% filled, and so like tickets were like $10-20 at the most, and we'd always sit behind the opposing goalie and we would chirp him the entire game. And one of my favorites was whatever his name was, I just matched with your mom on Tinder. She gave me a great tug last night or something like that. I always like telling guys I matched with their mom on Tinder.
What's
That
he
was-
saying? Sandlot. He's like, "Is that your sister out there?
Yeah.
Naked? Shut up, Porter.
Shut up, Porter.
An epic cameo would just be
That needs
Shoresy on, or I guess he's coaching now, but you just hear a "fuck you, Shoresy," and then "fuck you, George Kittle," and it just
That would be
so
That's a
epic.
pretty
Road
good Jimmy
credits.
Keesman.
Fuck
That's
you,
a-
Shoresy.
That would
That
be
show
so,
so
good.
fucking funny, dude.
I gotta tap in.
I love it. I don't.
It's literally
Everybody.
Yeah. I don't know how much time you got.
Yeah,
You gotta-
I mean,
you
dude,
gotta
we
roll.
appreciate you coming
Yeah.
on. First,
I said
guest.
15 minutes, but now we're here for 30. So
I know.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
having a great
this is-
time.
This has
Do you guys
been
have an outro?
We're working on it.
we're
We
working
gotta
on it.
We're
get in touch
trying
with
to.
Ern.
Hey, thanks for joining us on the back of the bus. We're going to keep doing fun things on the back of the bus while you guys are all high and mighty in the front of the bus. Be gritty, stay gritty.
Amen.
Perfect.
Hey,
Great.
Fuck you, Mitch.